Surprise! The business model for search engines sorting fact from fiction is a failure. We've misplaced our trust in algorithms that were never designed to deliver judgments, let alone weigh the complexities of source knowledge. Why should digital investigations be any different? No one's in a rush to pay Google by the query. However, we do pay out in wasted time, unreliable sources, a lack of confidence in these questionable answers, and a lack of agency in our own decision-making. We need to reverse the dialogue between the person and machine so that we're acting on our own behalf. We like to find things that we want a search to bring us, but to search is becoming automated every time we let a search engine fill in the blanks or complete our thoughts. We're substituting our own judgment for a machine-determined way to deliver us to an unidentified influencer. Some are advertisers, others want us to buy their arguments or provoke our worst impulses. My goal for you as the instructor-author is to connect the theoretical nature, interpreting, analyzing, with the practical business of one, informing our stakeholders with our evidence gathering, and two, persuading them to take action based on the explanatory power of the arguments we make. That rationale holds true regardless of our job titles, disciplines, depth of experience, or sensitivity to the questions raised by our research. It's a use case-driven and instruction-based method for researchers, analysts, consultants, journalists, regulators, educators. These are people paid for two highly prized skills. One, their ability to consume vast amounts of data, and two, their ability to connect what they discover to a persuasive body of evidence. My readers are professionals whose reputations and livelihoods depend on their ability to find, interpret, and ultimately broker the work they do. My method lets you hold a dispassionate view of your evidence-based discovery. That's the only way to deliver recommended calls for action, at least when your credibility as a researcher is at stake. There are an abundance of digital literacy guides that provide links to trusted sources. They arrive with a familiar litany of precautions to guard oneself against. They warn against blind acceptance of dubious resources that have little traceability. Okay. Unlike reference books, searching out loud brings critical thinking skills to searching the web and interpreting search results. Anything less and we're escorted to the point of sale. The results that answer to search engine customers, not you, not to the who, what, where, when, or why of our investigations. If we rely on them, we're being led in silence when we should be searching out loud. I don't lean too heavily on any orthodoxies or established orders. This isn't the pedigree equivalent of PMBOK for managing research projects or a SWOT analysis for sizing up one's marketing rivals. I borrow freely from any model that brings clarity to the evolving nature of perspective taking. This includes the work of business strategists Mary E. Boone and David Snowden, the Johari window, modeled by Barbara Flood, and Shoshana Zuboff's seminal work on the insidious role of big search and social media as agents, designers, and beneficiaries of surveillance capitalism. Maintaining perspective, tested by an onslaught of detail, is critical to digital detective work. It's also key to understanding our own susceptibility to social engineering and the blind spots that hinder our investigations. We've become increasingly dependent on a shrinking number of digital platforms for our connection to others and understanding of the world, filtered through the massive profiling efforts of the digital giants. Add disinformation campaigns that amplify polarizing conflicts, and you've got one toxic brew of search results. They threaten the ability of curious and skeptical minds to seek our own path to knowledge discovery and draw our own conclusions. Searching out loud safeguards our research practices against a virtual world increasingly hostile to notions of independence and the perspective-taking needed to maintain it. Getting in touch for the first time with the innovators, the folks who inspired the book, through their code, their teaching, their design. They inspired my thinking out loud philosophies for enabling a community sense of discovery and sharing. It was especially endearing to sing the praises of search engines and automation tools since discontinued due to a non-sustaining business model. Many of their achievements would be advancements on the search feature limitations we face today. The book is actually broken into 5 units. There's an additional section that puts the lessons of the first 5 to work in a knowledge-abled case study. Each unit represents a single class session and continuation of a knowledge planning, capture, evaluation, and reporting cycle, the building blocks of a knowledge continuum.